Welcome to DML Discovery Metal Legion. We're doing something a little bit different. This is the season of giving, and for the next month up till the 31st of December, I'm going to give you a video every single day. And this is going to be fun. I've got a brand new editing software, and I really need to practice. Really need to practice since it's Adobe Premiere Pro, and I don't know how to friggin' use this, to be honest. So I have to practice, and I'm going to give you a video since it's Christmas every single day of the month. I am randomly picking an album from Apple Music, YouTube, or Last.fm. I will listen to this album 2 times and give you my thoughts, my first impressions on what I thought about this album. What I checked out today was none other than Slumber of Sullen Eyes by Demigod. In case you don't know, Demigod were formed in 1990. They have split up. They were on hiatus up until 2009 or something, and they've only released like 3 studio albums. We're talking about their debut album, Slumber of Sullen Eyes. And Slumber of Sullen Eyes is a very different death metal album. They are a Finnish death metal band, but their sound is incredibly different to any other death metal bands out there in the era, such as Cannibal Corpse, Autopsy, Morbid Angel, Obituary, all those classic old school death metal bands. So Demigod Slumber of Sullen Eyes really focuses on the atmospheric vibe with some choir in the background to make things quite epic, especially in the introduction with Apocryphal, which has this really interesting synth work throughout the first track. The overall production on this is raw and energetic. This was released in November 1992, and yeah, the production on this is quite raw. So with 12 tracks, we're in about 47 minutes. This is a pretty straightforward death metal album. The riffs are twisty, riffy, and incredibly intriguing. It's headbangable as fuck, and it's a very enjoyable album to listen to. Like I said, the instrumental, which is the first track, is basically lead up to As I Behold, I Despise. As I Behold, I Despise has some great drum work on this and really cool riffs, twisty riffs with some guttural, deep, demonic vocals. The vocals that are similar probably to incantation style vocals. But yeah, As I Behold, I Despise is a very good song overall, and it's a straightforward death metal song. The songwriting is simple, the songwriting is intriguing. You could say the person that wants more dynamics in the death metal might say that it is quite simple-minded. It still hits hard, because As I Behold, I Despise has different rhythmic tempos, and the rhythm guitar and the overall bass is quite prominent throughout As I Behold, I Despise, even though the production is quite raw, but also has that old school flavored death metal sound that a lot of death metal bands nowadays lose. Granted, some fucking bands nowadays, old death metal style incredibly raw, like Morbific. So next up is Dead Soul. Dead Soul is a very good song overall. It's hard, it's energetic, but it also has some slow tempo moments, even dare I say some doomier riffs. But overall, it's a very good song. Really awesome guitar lead as well. Love the solos, especially in the final conclusion of the song. But yeah, what can I say? It is one spicy meatball. The Forlorn is next, got some cool vocals on this. It's dark, it's energetic, it's got that blackened edge to it. Yes, there are elements of blackened death metal on this. Of course, Finnish are one of the kings of black metal. You can tell the Demigod were inspired by that era as well. Some cool tremolo picking throughout most of these songs. Some really good songwriting. But yeah, that's all. The Forlorn's fantastic. Tears of God is next. It's got this cool autopsy feel. It sounds something out of like Mental Funeral. It's fantastic. Some really great doomier riffs on this, but it can get quite fast. Do love the drum fills throughout Tears of God. It is a terrific song. Slumber of Sullen Eyes is next, and holy shit, this is fantastic. It's so damn good. It's got every single thing you can imagine, from blackened death metal to straightforward death metal to old school death metal to some really unpredictable moments as well. Some cool doomier riffs, slow tempo, even the passages are fantastic. Some interesting spiraling solos as well. Cool guitar work, prominent bass work as well, and the atmosphere just sinks into your body. You are in a dark room and you're trying to get out. You're trapped, you're stuck in this room, you're trying to get out, but you got this weight crushing your shoulders, which are the death metal riffs. So what can I say? This is fantastic. Slumber of Sullen Eyes is so damn good. Embrace the Darkness, Blood of the Perished, great song. It's again quite doomy. There are fast tempo moments and slow tempo moments as well. The drums are fantastic, and again great production on that song. Embrace the Darkness, Blood of the Perished is just a really dark, atmospheric death metal song. Fear Obscures from Within, a bit of a filler song, this one. It's like the same old chord progression that Demigod provides, but in a different order. Nice odd time signatures throughout that song. Transmigration Beyond Eternities, again, pretty straightforward death metal song. Really enjoyed the guitar work on this. The vocals are fantastic as well, but overall it's a pretty good song. It reminds me of Morbid Angel a bit, this song, to be honest, especially their older stuff like Altars of Madness. Towards the Shrouded Infinity is next. Really good song overall. I do love the time signatures throughout this. Really good chord progression as well throughout this song. Vocals are energetic and hard-hitting and aggressive. Perpetual Ascent is next, and this is a build-up to Darken, which is a pretty short song overall, I gotta say. But Perpetual Ascent provides this atmosphere. It's quite a overall epic symphonic orchestral song. In my opinion, it's like one of the first death metal albums to incorporate such epic vibes to a death metal record. And Darkened is next. It's a straightforward death metal banger. It really is. There's nothing really much I can say. It's interesting how they ended off Slumber of Sullen Gods. I feel they embraced the Darkness, Blood of the Perished, or even Slumber of Sullen Eyes maybe should have ended off the album, but that's just one nitpick. Last, can we just look at that album cover? That album cover looks absolutely amazing. It just feels like a man is trapped within himself. Weird entities are coming out of his eyes. It looks like he's trapped in his own nightmare. Slumber of Sullen Eyes, if you listen to it in the dark, it certainly is a horrific, terrifying experience. So overall, Demigod, Slumber of Sullen Eyes is a very good album. It is one of the best death metal albums I've heard for a very long time. It's up there with Cannibal Corpse, Morbid Angel, Obituary, even Bolt Thrower. At times this album reminds of a bit of Bolt Thrower, especially the riffs. The riffs are so damn catchy. Demigod, Slumber of Sullen Eyes, I'm going to give this a solid 85%. Heard this 2 times and I thought this was terrific. It is not a boring album. It's just a straightforward, hard-hitting death metal album from the good old Finns. The Demigod Slumber of Sullen Eyes gets a solid 85%. So, that's the album I've randomly picked for today. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Hope you guys discovered this band through my channel. After all, discovering Metal Legion is to discover new metal, discover new music. And in this special series, we're randomly picking albums from Apple Music, YouTube, or Last.fm. So who knows what I'll pick tomorrow. The rule is I have to listen to this album 2 times to get a final decision on what I thought about this album, and then give you a review. Whether it be bad, whether it be good, I don't know. It's going to be fun. Randomly going to pick them. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you thought about this album. Are you going to listen to it? Do you care? Have you even watched this video? And let me know what you had for breakfast as well. Okay, so I will see you in the next video.